Give it the true shot. I want 7.5 million over my head, money hitting under my bed. Baby, let me talk about it, let me talk about it, let me talk about it. I'ma grind on heavy till the fam get fed. They gotta be good when I'm dead, man. Let me talk about it, let me talk about it, let me talk about it. I'ma grind on heavy till the fam get fed. They gotta be good when I'm dead, man. Let me talk about it, let me talk about it, let me talk about it.
Alright. How's my hair look?
Hair looks great.
Yours do too.
Thank you.
Alright, so thank you all for joining us for another episode of In True Form. I'm your host, Corey Truesdale. I have a very special guest with me here tonight. I just want to do a little something real quick, so bear with me. So, we have sitting next to me today someone who truly embodies alignment, creativity, and purpose. We have Asia Marie here, who is rooted in spirit of Durham, North Carolina. Asia is a healer, an artist, and a creative visionary who bridges the worlds of wellness and expression. As the founder of Studio 416,
Perfect.
She's built a sanctuary for transformation, which is a space where people can come to realign themselves, create, and reconnect with their highest selves. Whether through her healing work, her energy in the cipher, or her upcoming 4-track project dropping this December, Asia moves with pure intention. She reminds us that art and spirit aren't separate, they are part of the same heartbeat. So let's tap in, check us out. We're going to dive right in with Asia, and she's going to go over what it truly means to heal, to create, and to live.
Woo.
Welcome to In True Form, Asia Marie.
We here.
I appreciate you being here tonight.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, man, it's been a long time coming, but
Right.
But we made it,
Definitely.
and I just want to tell the audience where I first seen you at.
Okay.
So I'm really good friends with Alicia, and we've known Alicia for some time now, me and my family and stuff. And,
Awesome. She's a beautiful person. I love
she's
her.
a super dope energy, and I remember when I was perusing through Instagram and I seen y'all two singing together, and I was like, oh, this a vibe.
Yeah.
Like, how did y'all meet?
Okay, so I think I saw her at Skewers. So anybody who's from Durham and around, came up in the same time that I did. Skewers was a monumental space. That's where I really found, I could say, like, consistency on the microphone. It was right up the street from my house. Mm-hmm. And she came up in the same time that I did. I remember seeing her on the microphone and like kind of capturing that moment. And then it wasn't until maybe a few years later we connected. And then when we did, it was like
magic.
Soul sister, yeah, like the energy, just what she's doing, like a huge movement. And she does so much on her own. I'm super, super proud of her. So yeah, that's how we got reconnected. And then we kind of came up, she was doing her No Love shows, and I was definitely in support and networking with her. So yeah.
You got the baby hair going tonight.
Hey man, I've been doing this for quite some time now.
Yeah. So before I even go into my questionnaire format, I just want to kind of get to a point where I'm like, all right, who is Asia? So what brought you into being the person that you are? Because, and I'm gonna dive right into this, because a lot of people, they go through a transformation with life, because the terms that they use now, life be life.
They do say that.
Talking to a lot of my guests, we always tend to come to a common ground for why we're in our purpose. So what is it that people don't know that brought Asia into doing the spiritual healing, the becoming one with yourself, self-love,
right.
Self-motivation, affirmations, things like that? What brought that out of you?
I would say I came out the womb that way. Honestly, my parents are amazing and wonderful, and they put me in a space to fully be myself and express myself. I spent a lot of time in the woods and the nature growing up. I spent a lot of time around really good music and a lot of different cultures. cultured, foods and just experiences. I feel like my parents really put me in a good space to be able to find whatever it is that I was supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
And so I think around 10 years old, I remember telling my dad that I wanted to have a business called Smooth Me Over, where we sold smoothies and we did healing work and we played jazz music. Yeah, like I was in the backyard. I vividly
Like
remember that moment.
Like a juice bar type vibe.
Yeah, and or whatever I was thinking at the time, and then full circle being in the space that I'm in now. It's super dope to just like I remember feeling like this is what I needed to be doing. So yeah, it kind of just happened naturally. Healing work has always been like, so what is that? That's going to the nature. That's sitting down and like looking at the clouds and just having 10,000 different types of perspective hit you, and then you take your time with that. Healing work, letting your phone die and not knowing where it is. Yeah, if you have the luxury to not know where it is for the rest of the night. And just have time, because we're living in a space where there's a lot of energy, there's a lot of stuff going on, and there's a lot of distractions. So it's the time right now. We're in the age of healing. We're in the age of Aquarius.
Yep.
So yeah, there's a lot of opportunity to wake up. There's a lot more activity and networking able to happen. So I think it's also just the time and where we're at. How I became,
Any siblings?
Yeah, I'm the oldest of two. I have two younger sisters.
Okay.
My babies. Big sis energy for sure. Yeah, and they mean a lot to me. They're awesome
How
women.
many years apart?
So I'm 5.5 years older than my first baby sister, and then my second, I'm 8.5, almost 9 older than her.
It's not too bad.
No, it's awesome.
Y'all are all adults now.
Yeah.
Y'all hang out. Like, you get a chance to spend time with them on a different social level.
Yeah, I say my sister, my middle sister, she lives like 5 houses down from me. I need to spend more time with her, but that's been able to get us to connect on a more like random, just when we get to see each other level. And then my youngest sister, she's out living her life. She's in New Orleans. She's super dope.
Oh, okay.
Super creative. Yeah, so those are my babies.
Okay. How's your coming from? So you're originally born and raised in Durham.
Born and raised in Bull City. Born and raised.
Doing this stuff.
Born and raised in Bull City. Yeah, for sure.
So it's like you go places everybody know you.
Not quite, because I did go to a private school growing up, and then I was homeschooled.
Okay.
So even though I'm in the scene, it was still different.
Okay.
Right? So, but I would say at the spots that I am are normal, they definitely know me. Yeah, for sure.
How was that process growing up? And I want to say that you had both of your parents at home, which is fortunate, because there's a lot of people that go through trials and tribulations. They wind up staying with their grandparents or one of the parents. That we're in that world.
Right.
And you had both parents in your house. Going to private school, what was that like, being the type of person that you are, going to private school and then being homeschooled? What was the reason for that transition also?
Oh, whoa, that's a good question there.
And I'm going somewhere with it.
That's a good question. So I went to a private Quaker school.
What's a private Quaker? What does that mean?
Okay, so a private school, obviously it's a little more secluded, and you have to get in if you're able to get in. And then Quakerism, it's actually, I think it's a form of Christianity. It's a little bit more on giving thanks.
Okay.
And like we used to settle in the morning, you'd sit in a circle, turn the lights off, and you take time to kind of reflect. Actually, that's another reason why I probably am able to.
We peeling back some layers.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that was helpful, and it's in the middle of the woods.
Okay.
Very hippie, barefooted. Like not a lot of kids. There'd be like 30 kids in my grade.
Okay.
And so. Then when I transitioned, I went there from the time I was 5 until 14. And so then when I transitioned out of that, I was homeschooled for 2 years. And a lot of that I did on my own. I was on a homeschool basketball team. super sweet. I had a
You hoop?
couple.
You know how to hoop?
Yeah, definitely ball.
all right.
Definitely
We
ball.
see, we see.
For sure. I grew up playing basketball with my father as well.
Okay.
Like, so, but yeah.
She can't beat me on the court, by the way. That's gonna be some behind the
Yeah,
scenes footage.
maybe not
Bonus
right now,
content.
but if I have a little time to practice, we can see. I can definitely maybe outshoot you.
Okay, all right.
And I definitely got you on some D.
Okay, you
right.
hear that?
All
Y'all
right.
hear it in first.
Yeah,
she ain't
that's
seen my
real.
other Instagram page, but we ain't gonna talk about that right
That's all right. We'll see. We'll get there. Yeah. Wait. What was I supposed to be saying?
now. You just talked about your transition from going from a private school to being at home. What was the reasoning for that?
It was time. It was time. My mom also went to that school, and honestly, if I wasn't able to. If I would have stayed in private school, I think that I wouldn't have been able to experience some very eye-opening awakening, right? Because when you are secluded and when you do have, it's a liberty and it's a privilege, but it's also sometimes can be a hindrance. Because when I got into what I would say the real world was, I didn't know that people were mean like that. I didn't know that...
Were you bullied?
I wasn't bullied, but like girls were mean.
You had the mean girl process that you went through.
Yeah.
Who was popular, who wasn't popular, and all that.
Just in general. I mean, and I'm also gay, so like.
You was looked at differently there.
Not even. Girls are just. It was hard in that 15, 16 finding like it's just. So I definitely chilled more so with, I would say, the dudes, like play ball. That was a little easier.
Yeah, they were the homies. You felt more connected with one another.
Yeah, it's just easier because I just feel like I got out and I just didn't know that people, I didn't know that it was like that.
Yeah.
But it was a good space, and I definitely grew up with great friends. I have great, genuine, lifelong friends. So I do have that. But it was very much an eye-opening experience, right?
Yeah.
And so then my senior year, I did a program at Durham Tech, and I got my diploma there.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
What did you study at Durham Tech?
So after high school, I did go to Durham Tech, and I did like some stuff for associate's degree.
Okay.
It was some art, and then I went to massage therapy school at Durham Tech.
That's what I was going to ask her about too, like what's your rates? But
Okay,
we're going to find that out too. We'll talk about that off camera.
Yeah, for sure. I got you. I'll hit you with the menu.
Yeah. So let's see. So we talked about the cipher.
Yes.
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about first, I want you to kind of peel back some layers on how Studio 416 came about and how the cipher came about. I want to hear that story.
Okay. Do you mean the cipher, the one that I'm hosting on my own? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so Studio 416, that is my business name. That is the practice of my life, essentially.
First, tell everybody where they can find it at, though. Where they can follow you at.
Yes.
And your website and things like that, if you have your...
So I'm so word of the mouth. I'm so old school. I'm trying, not even maybe my hardest, but I am doing what I can do to be, keeping up with the kids. But honestly, social media is not my forte. But Instagram, you can find me at 416 Studio, if I'm correct. Or 416 official. 416 official. And that's the only site that I work off of. Other than that, it's straight my number, and we do it. And I prefer it that way because it keeps it connected and it keeps the bond, a little more secure. So 416, born April 16, so that's my birthday.
It's Taurus.
It's an Aries.
Oh, really? Are you right at the end, or right in the beginning?
It's at the end, and I am a moon sign Taurus. I am a cusp.
Okay.
So I'm cusp Taurus, moon Taurus.
You the good Taurus.
I am a good moon Taurus.
I've met some Tauruses, boy.
Yeah, well, you
Taurus
shouldn't mess with them.
No.
That's what you shouldn't do. You should be kind and loving and giving and considerate to them. But I am an Aries in my sun, and that I love that. So, April 16, that's the name of my business. But overall, I read tarot, I read, cards, energy in general. And so 416, in tarot, it's Tuesday. I'm born on a Tuesday. Today is 16. I'm born on the 16th, and it's April. So this is...
It's Tuesday right now.
It is Tuesday. I peeped that. I was like, that makes sense.
Yep.
God of War, you know what I'm saying?
We lined up.
Yeah, super lined up. And it's the last day of Libra season. Tomorrow is Scorpio season. So we're hitting it with the transitions. But it's the day of the Tower. And the Tower in tarot could be a catastrophe. It could be brilliantly unbelievable. So that's where studio, the study of 416 comes from. And I have, like, the face of my business is the Tower card that I had illustrated by an amazing artist here in Durham as well. Her name is Kate. She's wonderful. But
Shout out to Kate.
Yeah, absolutely. Great artwork. And so, Studio 416, that's where the name came from.
How long has it been around?
So I reached, officially established Studio 416, I would say about 2 years now. Okay. Before then, it was Smooth Escape. So that was the original name, and we still use that in, like, some of the products, and it's lined up in other areas because I loved that name.
So you sell your own products too?
Yeah, I do. So I read tarot. I have, like, shea butter, candles.
I love shea butter.
Yeah, me too. Shea butter changed my life, and I suggest that. Shea butter is amazing.
I got a new client. She didn't even realize it.
No, I do realize it. I'm hoping that's always transferring.
This is what this platform is for.
Yeah, absolutely. There are products, and then I do vintage markets over here, downtown Durham, doing over here the farmers market, so it's awesome.
Do you ever go to that market in Raleigh?
The one at the State Fairground?
No, I've been there too. Okay. It's the one that, I can't remember, it's going on.
I haven't done any other markets in Raleigh yet. Okay. But I am starting to venture out.
What's your diet like? It's random, but what's your diet like?
What is my diet like? I like to eat.
Okay.
I like to eat. I love Spanish food. I love soul food. Look, why am I getting so serious about it? I love Chinese food.
Somebody got a little appetite before they got on camera.
Yeah, I love vegetables. I love really good food, but I don't usually make that food.
Okay.
I usually
so you don't cook?
No, I really don't cook food. I get fed.
That's dope.
And I'm thankful. Thank you, Lord. I'm so serious. Thank you. No, I do. I get fed. But, like, I'll clean the house, paint the house, organize the house, make the money,
you do the other stuff.
Heal your mind and things, hopefully.
Right.
Stuff like that. I'll be in the garden in the forest with it. So, like, it's like, and I served for 15 years. So I think that, and I do want to cook. I just don't. It's the fact that I don't, it's like either I'm tired and it's like I just want to eat the food by that point.
It's the capacity. Everybody has a certain capacity.
Yeah, and it's like the things like I want to clean up for hours. I have so much fun cleaning. I have so much fun creating and doing all these other things for hours. I don't think I have the most fun cooking. I wonder why. But when I have like a girlfriend, that's a little different. Like if I have my woman and we're doing that together, that's a little different.
Yeah. Y'all cook together.
Yeah, or like I can clean the dishes while she cooks. Lick the spatula,
babe. Lick the spatula. Like that little thing.
Yeah, or like totally like it's a vibe. Yeah. We're in the kitchen, we're doing it together. If
you
it's
humming a tune.
Yes.
I know it.
There we go.
It's coming.
That makes a little more sense to me. But otherwise, it's like I'm hungry and I want to eat. But I feel like being a server for so many years and serving food, and by the time I got off work, kind of hindered some of that.
What did that look like? What was that serving?
I love serving.
Where were you working at?
Man, I would have worked in like 12 places and 15 places in Durham. Cracker Barrel. I worked at Cracker Barrel for 10 years. I worked at Dame's Chicken and Waffles for 6 years. I worked at IHOP for 5 or 6 years. I worked at Trips.
Keep a job though.
Oh yeah, we roll. And I used to work at like 2 or 3 places at one time.
Oh, you was like one of those.
Yeah, for sure. So in before the pandemic and I switched over solely by myself. I was working at Dame's and I was working at Cracker Barrel. and then the world shut down.
Where did that come from? That drive and wanting to work like that? Where is
Being an Aries and a Taurus.
Okay.
And I like to work. I like to serve. I like to help. I like to have something in my pocket that I can exchange for a good time.
Yeah.
You know, for rent.
You like to keep yourself up.
Yeah, but it's really like what's so beautiful about what I'm doing now and how I know it's amazing is that like the work that I'm doing is who I am. So even when I was serving, I was still able to like give. I remember like each table you would learn how to like work with people differently, and you'd learn how to maneuver, and like you could have 7 tables and each table is different, and it really taught me how to be my own boss. You know, so I'm so thankful to have served. Honestly, I miss it sometimes. Still doing it in my work, but it's different. But yeah, I'm grateful.
You before we go into the cipher piece, it made me think of something. Let me see if we good on time. Yeah, we good on time. You had mentioned just the world in general, as you being a person that's connected to one, you connected to the earth, you ground. What do you think about the climate that we're in right now, as far as from a society?
So
like,
sad.
How does that make you feel? Because you're more of a feeler because of, empath?
Yeah, absolutely.
So how does that make you feel when you see everything going on? Like, you see the crime that's happening in different regions. You see our president's situation, like all of that. And of course, you ain't got to go political, but what does that make you feel like? And what do you feel like that's where we're headed, in a sense?
Well, we better be headed in a better direction. It makes me sad.
Yeah.
It makes me sad. But I know that it's time to work. I know that it's time for us now to come together more than ever. The beginning of this year, that was a struggle. That was hard to come in to this year like that. But more than ever, you know, those struggles and just seeing that how some things could even still be possible was just mind-blowing, you know? Like, how are we out here? How is genocide? How is this war? It's just so unfortunate. I know that's not what we're here to do.
Right.
But meanwhile, there will always be a negative force trying to pull. That's always going to be until it isn't.
Right.
And so it is our purpose and it is our duty to do our best, to speak our best, to speak love, to be the most that we can in these times, for sure. It won't be like this forever.
Right.
And that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah. Before we go into a break, I do want to ask you a quick question.
Okay.
If you could describe your personal energy right now, using only a song title or a lyric, what would it be and why?
Nothing even matters.
Lauryn Hill?
Nothing even matters at all. Because D'Angelo, we just recently lost a soldier, gained an angel.
Yeah,
Woo! That was really like, I woke up like, huh?
News.
I was like, but we didn't make our song together yet.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But mad love, to him and his family completely, and all the beautiful music he put out. But and then again, Lauryn Hill, everything is everything. What is meant to be will be.
All right, y'all heard it right there. We're gonna go for a quick break. I think Asia brought a little bit of emotions over here because I felt it. We're gonna take a quick break real quick.
All right, we'll be right back.
This episode of In True Form is brought to you by Super Deodorant. The aluminum-free, fragrance-free deodorant that actually works. You just put this under your armpits. Promise you. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're on stage or in the gym or chasing purpose, Super Deodorant has your back and your pits. No harsh chemicals, no irritation, just confidence that lasts. Visit superdeodorant.com/intrueform. And if you sign up today, you'll get 10% off your first order. Smell less, do more. Peace.
All right, and we are back. So if you're just now joining us, we have Miss Asia Marie here.
Hello.
So we're going to dive right into it, Asia. So as a body worker and a spiritual practitioner, you hold a space for others daily on a regular basis.
Yeah.
What have those healing experiences taught you about your own growth and boundaries?
Wow.
Boundaries having a capital B on there. 'Cause we touched on that off camera just a second ago, but.
Ooh. Okay. Ask me the question again.
Sure. What have those healing experiences taught you about your own growth and boundaries being a body worker and a spiritual practitioner?
Okay. Okay, first thing that's coming to me is like, when I first started doing the work and just having hands-on, doing work with crystals and people and reading, I felt so much energy all the time, and almost like felt like I could hear people's thoughts almost, and I was like, how do you turn this off? To be honest, like the first time that I learned that I could read into things and to see things on another level, I was working at Dame's Chicken and Waffles, and I remember I'd always pray for each guest, and I would take their card and I'd read their name and, you know, swipe it and bless them with whatever I felt like they needed.
You was in the front.
Serving. It was my table. Like, we had a group of like a bunch of people coming, and everyone was like, why they got all these people coming in? I was like, no, it's fine. And I'm swiping the card, and I remember reading the name, and then I saw this like energy go boom. And I said, oh, in my head, whoever they lost, I hope they know that they're still around them. You know, they're still around them. They're not gone. And so then I went and dropped the ticket off and the card off, and I asked, you know, what brings y'all in? And they said, oh, we just left a funeral. And I was like,
that's the moment. That's the first time you felt that?
On that level, and it had been happening, and it just hit me like, girl, you just said, you know what I mean? And so kind of learning how to, okay, I'm off of work, or you're just here to hang out. You're not here, you don't have to be on all those levels of understanding, right? You don't have to walk into a room and feel everybody's energy and soak that in and want to be helpful. Like, you don't have to do that all the time.
Right.
Even though you can still do that, but it's more subtle. So you learn how to do that.
What are your dreams like?
What are your dreams like?
Deep. I have very vivid dreams.
You remember your dreams?
I remember them. I talk about them. Yeah.
Good for you.
I remember my dreams.
That's a gift.
It is.
You don't have to.
Yeah. It's, me and my daughter share that gift in the house. So it's my 13-year-old. It's my firstborn child. And we have a 21-year-old. That's my bonus daughter.
Yes.
And I have a 10-year-old son. But me and my daughter, we talk about our dreams. I know how to control my dreams. So if it's going in a certain kind of way, I know how to be like, hey, I'm dreaming. I don't want this in my dreams.
Yeah.
So I was asking you, like,
good for you.
What are your dreams like?
I have, well, you know, and be careful, y'all, when you talk about your dreams or you let people into your dreams. Not every, you know what I mean? That dream realm, that spirit realm. You know, a dream isn't fake, and it isn't real. It's just what it is. Yeah, it's literally perfect in between, right? So in that in between space, I have places that I go. Like I was just talking about this the other day. I have a dream home, literally a dream home that I go to.
Talk to me about that. Never heard that before.
Yeah.
Never heard it used like that. What is that?
So it's.
I'll be taking her all through
It's
the
a
woods.
3-leveled home. It's above an ocean. There's literally ocean that comes up in between it. There's usually like a community of people, but it is my house. And in different spaces and in different times, it looks and it feels different, but it's the same place. Other times I'm leading people out of like a zombie apocalypse a lot of the time. And then I have this other dream where I'm always trying to lead people over this mountain to this crazy, beautiful white ocean place that I'm like, oh my God, you have to get here.
Yo, that's crazy. So 2 weeks ago, maybe 3.
Yeah.
I want to say 2 weeks ago, I had a dream that it looked like I was in a tennis court, but it wasn't a tennis court, it was an ocean. It had fences around, but I was saving everybody from alligators. And me and my friend had fell in, a close friend that I went to school with, Steve, he watches this too. And I didn't tell him about this dream, so this is the first time.
Okay, come on, Steve, listen up.
But he goes into the water, and I go in after him. But I'm also taking everybody out, and it's like these big old alligators. I'm talking about huge, but I'm fighting them. They can't bite me.
Yeah.
They're not biting me. They're not. I don't see them ripping nobody apart. It's just a bunch of them in the water, and it's fences around. But I get everybody out.
You do. You get them out?
When I get out, I don't see my friend. So I go around the fence, and I'm like, oh man, he's in the water. I go back in the water. And I come out, and he's walking down the street. What's up, man? Where you been at? But it was like I was sitting there. I was like,
yeah, you just needed me.
what was that? And I came out of it. But it was like, it's like it was literally vivid. It's like, you wake up and I'm like, yo, am I wet?
Yeah, no,
like,
totally. Well, you
know
saved them, and then by that, you got him out already. He was like, interesting.
Yeah, yo. So I be having those type of dreams. I be having a lot of dreams, and then sometimes I can control it. Like I can literally be like,
you know,
I don't want to walk down this
Mm-hmm.
street no more. The street is not taking me anywhere.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I was just curious to know.
Oh yeah.
You being the way that you are. I'm a heavy feeler. I'm super huge with, emotions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I could be sitting here and I can get a phone call from a family member that I haven't heard from in a while. First thing I'm gonna think about, it must be something bad happening.
Okay.
Say I get bad news.
Yeah.
Get that little stomach feeling that drops.
Not the gut. Not the gut feeling.
Yeah, you know that's like you be like when you swallow, it feel like it's a big fog in your throat.
Yeah.
What do you feel like though in those instances? And the reason I'm asking you that because you are different. So I want the listeners and the viewers to just be able to just be like, oh, she feels it that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that gut feeling that's awesome. That's super important that you even just brought that up, because we have our knowing, okay? That's what we're gonna call it. We have our knowing in our gut. That is our lie detector. That is our truth thermometer, right? That first instinct, if you've had good enough practice with it, that first instinct that you feel in your gut is what it is. That instinct that you hear in your head, that first thing, don't avoid that. That's there for a very reason. And if you've come accustomed, like, I know some of the, my spirit guides, my angels, some of my ancestors that are here for my good, that are whispering truth and love and guiding me all the time, right? But knowing how to differentiate, because it's very much like that angel and that devil. You know what I mean? Because you could have something trying to persuade you another way, right? Sometimes we think butterflies are good. Oh, she made me feel like this. She made me feel nervous. That's not even necessarily. Yeah, that's a warning.
Away from that.
But this person made me feel so calm and like made me feel like this, and I just felt at ease, like I didn't even have to think about it. I just told them the truth naturally. Yeah, that's more so what we're going for. Those gut feelings, they're ringing in the ear, different.
I get that a lot too.
Yeah,
and I don't have no trauma.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
not just that could be someone talking.
Nothing. It's just an automatic, a long beep.
Oh,
like a long ringing beep that happens.
So for me, that's usually someone like speaking about me. someone talking about me, and that could be in a way like, oh my God, I really miss
Just
Asia.
sense it.
Yeah, like I need to talk to her, or it could be in a way like they maybe
Why is
not
her
be
page
speaking.
private?
Yeah, they're not maybe speaking about it in the best way, and it's like you hear, and then you might even have a little glimpse of this person, or you might have a thought of this person, and generally, yeah. I love those ones. So I love a good gut feeling and just the knowing and understanding, like, all right, that's right or it isn't.
Right. I know I just took her all over the place just
That's
now.
all right. Let's go. I like to travel. We like to travel.
We went somewhere, and all I really was talking about was the cipher. So let's get back to the cipher.
Yes.
Your personalized cipher. Let's talk about that.
Okay.
Let the audience know, and myself.
Yes.
How did that come about?
Woo! Oh my gosh. So I've wanted to start this for a very, very long time. More than anything, I am a freestyler. That is, the studio is somewhere that I need to be more. That's why I'm really excited about this project coming out. But more than anything, the stage is my home. Not knowing what we're going to talk about or going to speak about, and just having the energy of the room, the momentum of that space come in, that's my favorite aspect of performing. So freestyling and the cypher, I've been doing that since I was like maybe 5. I remember me and my dad like passing those little toy microphones back and forth. You remember those ones, and they had a little thing at the bottom and it was shaky?
Had the funny voice that can make your voice sound like an echo or something.
Literally give it that echo. Oh yeah, I remember being a solid 5 or 6 years old, and we'd be like, give me that microphone, and we pass it back and forth. Me and my dad be spitting.
Your dad spit?
I mean, he was spitting with me, and that's what it was. And even to this day, he'd come over, hang out with me, and we pass it back and forth. And
that's dope.
It's love. It's so much love. But he absolutely,
You a daddy's girl?
Yeah, I love my daddy. I love my father.
You mentioned your pops about 5 times.
Have I?
Like, you a daddy's girl.
But my mom's my best friend, and she's beautiful, and they're gorgeous, and they take care of each other, and I'm proud of them. Man. Literally.
That's dope.
My parents.
I don't hear it. I'm telling you, when I tell you, I don't see it a lot. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see parents in. You know what I mean? Still together, still sticking.
It's rare, and especially, in the brown community. My mom was 19, my dad was 21. And they and they're sexy together. They're so cool. I look up to them, period. So,
So, freestyling.
Yeah, that's where I come from, for real. So I was talking about skewers. I just get up on stage and ask, what we were talking about that night. I get a couple whatever, and then we would just do it like that.
What's your goal that you're reaching for with your cipher? What's the not end goal? I don't like that. I like, because this shouldn't be no ceiling at all.
Yeah.
So what's your goal?
So the goal and what we are getting accomplished is, for me, it's so important to just speak and be able to communicate in any and every way that you can all the time, right? So what's so dope about freestyling is you might not even know how you're feeling, or you might not even have time to process what's going on, but you can put some music on and then just let it flow and let it come out. You might be saying some stuff you didn't even know was in there, you know what I mean? What awesome therapy. So before, when I used to live in a shed in the back of my parents' house, we called it the Mert Room, and I would have 10, sometimes 15 people in there, and we would freestyle for hours.
That sound like a vibe.
Oh my God, a complete vibe.
That sound like a whole vibe.
A complete vibe. It was so cool, and the people that know, those
shout
days.
them out. Let's shout somebody
Come on,
out.
Blake Diamond, Hasina, what's good? Bree, so many of y'all, you understand literally life-changing moments, because that was that time when Durham was changing too. There wasn't all of this going on and going around what's going on right now. You know what I mean?
You do Rowdy?
So I only maybe was in his presence a few times through ciphers. I didn't have a personal connection, but my dad knew him and everybody in the ciphers.
I shot photos for him.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you did?
I got some nice photos that I took.
Rowdy.
Yeah,
yeah, absolutely.
Cool dude.
Dude, his soul and his memory is living. Like, that's the purpose of the 919 cipher. Like,
y'all still show him a lot of love.
oh my gosh, obviously this man was meant to change and meant to be in his angelic form, because what he's doing is multiplying, and it's going to keep multiplying.
Yeah.
That's obvious. And I think that's so beautiful when you can meet a soul like that who I didn't even get to be close to, but I get to be close to.
Yeah.
You know? Amazing. So shout out to Rowdy and shout out to Pierce, making changes around the community and letting me have, just be a part of the community in that way. Yeah, the cipher, the 919 ciphers that we were doing was awesome this summer.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the goal of my Studio 416 cipher sessions is to be able to connect with some of these kids that I was able to come up with. So, like, I'm excited about having Juice on there. I'm excited about having Alicia on there, when she's on there. I was excited about, like, each individual, Kendra, Karma, like, these are people that I've seen and come up with, and just let me hold a space where we can be and do this, and we can have an audience, but it's still just us right now. You know what I mean? And that's what I do when I wake up. That's just who I am. So I'm like, why not go ahead and bring some of these artists, hold a space.
Get that platform.
Yeah.
People be yearning for a platform. And sometimes they can't create it themselves. They need someone to boost it. And you're creating that for them. You're creating a lane for people to be heard and seen. That's huge.
It's huge for them to be able to come and be heard with me, and to be able to get out, and even just to share your voice. Like, and it's amazing. I'm not, like I said, I'm not the best necessarily with social media, but I know what a difference it can make. And so when I really, stuck in it, was like, okay, this year it's time to get back on the stage. It's time to get out, get your voice heard. How many years have I been hearing, Asia, do you have any music out, or what are you doing, right? So it was time
you hear that all the time.
Yeah, because I need to be doing better, and so now we're doing.
You acting like Rihanna.
Oh shit! I like Rihanna.
Nobody be they be asking her. She be dropping like clothing line stuff.
That was a complete
People be all in her
compliment.
comments.
Compare me to Ree,
Yeah, because I love Rihanna.
Me too.
And I'm just one of the quiet fans though. Like,
a
I ain't all on her comments. But
I know.
She having her kids and all that good stuff.
Good for her.
You know what I mean?
Beautiful. Good for you.
She needs some music. We need some music from Ree right now.
Gosh, that last album though, she did her thing, and then she's doing herself with her music. I mean, her beauty line.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I know. You know how it transitions though.
I know it.
That's why you gotta appreciate the artists when they're putting that stuff out and they're there. It's just like.
Yep. But yeah, I know you got people knocking on your door. Like, all right, what you gonna do now? What's going on?
I'm here. I'm coming. I'm here. We're doing it. We're doing it right now.
Yep. So, mentioning freestyling is so ironic, but if I gave you 3 words right now.
Yeah.
Alignment, rhythm, truth. What comes to mind first? And you don't have to rhyme it. Just flow with it. Alignment, rhythm, and truth.
Truthfully, I'm trying to stay calm. I know they want me to get rowdy. I know they want me to be calm. To be honest, I want to be in alignment. What was the other one?
Truth.
I said truthful.
Alignment, truth, and rhythm.
Oh, I wanna be right where I'm supposed to be. Oh, with you and me, right where I'm supposed to be.
I love it. That they do the poetry nights.
That's what I get on stage. That's my thing.
Yeah.
I'll be like, hey everybody, if you believe in love and magic, can I get some snaps? Can I get some snaps?
You can get them snaps.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, so real quick,
Okay.
you touched on magic.
Yes.
And I had a question about magic.
Oh, I love this.
You often speak about transformation and the remembrance of magic. What does that phrase mean to you personally?
Yeah.
And how do you help others tap into that magic with themselves? Austin Powers.
Yeah, literally. I mean, well, this is just the most fun question. This is where it gets exciting because the remembrance, the knowing, your gut, it's who you are, right? We are magic. So when I say magic, I mean truth. Okay? Your truth. It is your personal truth. Magic is the cells in our body, all these components working together, the fact that I can see, hear, breathe, I'm living, we're creating, that is magic. Your mother having you, whether you know her or not, that is magic. This coming together, this is the power, this is the love, okay? And so I could say that I was doing magic, and I mean the same thing as I was praying. I'm staying intentional through every single thing that I'm doing. I'm staying divinely guided. I'm speaking to the Lord constantly. Show me where I need to be. Put me where I need to be. Let me do my best. Speak through me. This is magic. And remembering that you have that power to create through Source. That is your right. And that's why we're here. It makes me so excited to talk about. Yeah, that's the remembrance of magic. It is that I say that today when I wake up, I want to do this. And when I do this, 20,000 people around the world are going to have a smile because I did this. I spread some pepper and some sugar and some rose petals, and I put that out with love and true intention. That's what's going to happen. That is magic. It's the knowing and the knowing, not even believing, but the knowing that what you're doing is making a difference. You're doing it from the best place.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's very well put.
Nice.
Imagine you're cruising and you chilling.
Okay.
And you vibing out in Studio 416.
Okay.
What's playing? What's burning? And who's in the room with you?
It's playing some lo-fi music. What's burning are some candles, like probably a few different kinds, and an incense. And then who's with me? The Holy Spirit. And my dog Sam and Cypher.
What kind of dog do you have?
I have a Dachshund Chihuahua Pomeranian. We've been together almost, it's like 12 or 13 years. Like, yeah, that's what we're doing. And he's an incredible man. That's my best friend.
That's what's up.
He is a very, very, very special man. Anybody knows
Super
me.
smart.
Oh my God. He is just such a leader. He will lead us through the night, through the river, through the mountain. And he's fun. He's chilling, waiting for us right now. Like, that's my man. And then Cypher, I have a husky named Cypher.
Does he talk?
Yeah, he talks, he sings, he raps, he does it all.
That's dope.
He's a good youngin'.
I used to want a husky when years ago.
Me too, dream
Because I
dog.
was like, yeah, they know how to talk. I said, I want a dog that can talk.
Me too.
And I've watched all those videos on YouTube, and they say, I love you, and they be like saying, hi. Doing all that. I be
He wakes
like,
up, woo!
yeah. And you know exactly what he's saying.
Oh my gosh. It's so fun. I wanted a dog who could talk to me. He talks, he sings with me.
That's dope.
Oh yeah, it's real dope.
That's dope. So we're gonna take another break. Before this break though, I do a segment on my podcast that's called Shoot Your Shot, True Shot. So it's like I'm telling myself to shoot my shot. So during this portion of my show, I typically ask people like, hey, who can you bring on that would like to be on the episode of In True Form? But you got to be able to pull them in.
Okay, I would want Kendra to come in. Kendra, she's a dope artist. Her voice is amazing. She can sing her ass off. Yeah, and I grew up with her. And I always thought that she'd be all like completely famous. And I'm like, girl, if I could sing like that, you know? So I think that would be an awesome
You said
platform.
Kendra?
Yeah, Kendra. Karma is her
You gotta tell her.
stage name. Oh yeah, Karma, she already coming. It's already a wrap. She's down.
All right,
for
then.
sure.
So we're gonna have Kendra on.
Yes.
We gotta get her in front of this camera before the end of this year is out.
Okay.
So we can roll out some good stuff for 2026.
Absolutely.
You get a chance to, I want you to go back and watch some of them episodes.
Okay. I will.
So the whole how's my hair look
Oh my gosh.
started. It was funny at first.
Yeah.
But then I went to Georgia to go see my grandparents.
Yeah.
And my grandmother said, "You always asking people how your hair look."
Oh my God.
And I just think it's so funny.
Oh.
Like, now I gotta ask everybody every time
now
I didn't know she was watching it like that. But she was like, "You ask everybody that." And I was like, okay, now I gotta keep it going.
That's your thing.
So probably out of the 23 episodes that's been put out, I've said it in 21 of them.
Okay. You keep
And
it
I said
up.
to folks that's bald,
Yeah.
I said to everybody,
Yeah,
how my hair
shoot.
look.
Yeah, it looks very good.
But it's also an honest question because it started because I will do post work, I'll do the edit, and then I'll see a piece of my hair like this for like a good 15, 20 minutes looking all up in the air and stuff. And I was like,
Hilarious.
man, now I got to do this.
Yeah.
So now I ask.
No, for sure. I'm constantly like, let me,
Yeah.
Is this looking right?
But hey, man, we are coming to a close. But, you know, before we go, I just want to let y'all know, man, look, Asia came here and got dolled up. She got the nice dress. She got her hair's really nice. She got her smell goods going. What else? She got her freckles
else?
popping.
Oh, shit.
She got the
Thanks,
freckles
Mom.
popping. You
Thanks,
say,
Mommy.
your mom got freckles?
It's from my mama.
You said bueno earlier.
Bueno. See,
Are you mixed?
do you know that I thought that I was mixed with Puerto Rican and Boricua my whole life because my mom's adopted, and I did the DNA, and it's
You just fully black with an accent?
no, I got it's Scottish.
Really?
Yeah, my mom. Yeah. Okay.
Now you just gotta learn to play some bagpipes now.
Hey, I mean, I've always been like attracted to, you know, that
Kilts and
culture.
stuff?
Yeah. But
We gotta get
I
some
mean,
kilts
but
now,
I've been
yo.
to Puerto Rico 14 times. I did think that was like my people. I spent a lot of time just with Latino community.
You speak Spanish?
I really don't, but I'm around it so much. I'm just comfortable. Like, hola, bueno, claro.
Yeah.
You know.
I was just like, yo, she mixed. I was like,
I am mixed, but I
yeah.
thought it was that too. But listen, when I go to Puerto Rico, they tell me I'm Puerto Rican, so I'm Boricua.
Just say I'm Puerto Rican, Scottish, and black.
I'm mixed, baby. I am one. There's one love.
All right, man. So I ask a lot of people this question.
Okay.
It's my closeout question. It says, being in true form. It's all about authenticity, resilience, and stepping into your purpose. What does being in true form mean to Asia Marie?
Being
And how
in
do
true
you
form.
embody that on a daily basis?
I wake up and I'm like, thank you, Lord. And I sing and I dance and I get to thinking. I get to singing again. Enjoy some nourishment, something that'll make me happy in my body. And then I get to be free. Freedom is very, very important to me. The freedom of what I wear, how I speak, how I choose to live my life. Being in true form is, you know, I love people and I love to talk to people, but then also being able to have that space of just seclusiveness at the same time. So walking out in the middle of Durham at night and nobody's on the street, and then I'm like climbing a random tree or rolling around in some grass. That's freedom. That's true form. Yeah, I would say that that's the bulk of being in my true form.
I like that.
Yeah.
That wasn't me.
Good. Thank you.
So, question for you.
Yes.
Well, more like an announcement.
Okay.
You have a project coming up.
Yeah.
Would you like to make that announcement?
So, project, I'm thinking around Christmas, maybe early December, probably more so towards the later. Probably a 5-track EP, but it'll have visuals, which I'm super excited about. And just decided the name. I had a good friend help me. It's going to be Blue Flame. If you know about the blue flame or the awakening of the blue flame, or if you've ever had energy of a blue flame come to you, then maybe that's a little sign for you. You have some cool things coming up. But yeah, Blue Flame, I'm super excited. I haven't released any music or done a project in maybe 6 or 7 years. I've done projects, but nothing where yes, exactly. And we'll do it correct this time, so you'll be able to get it on streaming platforms. And again, I am Asia Marie, and you can find me on social media on Instagram at 416official. So yeah, I'm excited about that. But you'll get to see more of that in subtle things, more pictures, more videos just coming out. So I'm excited about that. Finally, we are here. Yeah.
Well, Asia, it has been an absolute honor and pleasure to sit down with you in your presence, your energy, and vibe out with you. This actually went by faster than I thought it was going to go by, and I've done a ton of these so far, but just you giving me the opportunity to sit with you is important. A lot of people don't share their energy and their space with everybody, so it means a lot for you to be like, hey, yes, I would love to get in front of your camera and make a option to where to shoot it at.
Yeah,
because it typically falls on me.
Understandable.
So I'm excited for all y'all to see what's in store for Asia Marie, and in true form, this has been another dope episode, and I appreciate all for tuning in. And yeah, y'all have a happy holiday, because it's right behind us. It's coming. It's in front of us.
It's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming. It's coming right now.
Pleasure.
Thank you, darling. True form, I appreciate you very much, honestly.
Man.
Thank you for inviting me, giving me the opportunity in the space to connect, okay?
Y'all gonna see some photos. Hopefully the videographer that's sitting behind this camera is gonna let me come through and do some behind the scenes shots while she's shooting those videos. So I know she's gonna be shooting those videos, right?
Look, definitely.
That's what's up. Y'all take it easy, man. Peace out. Great job.
Ooh.
Yeah, you did great.
Yay, this was good.
Fire's burning.
Yeah, fire's burning.
Fire's burning.
Fire is burning.